This beautiful painting is by Raphael, whose birth name was Raffaello Sanzio. The Virgin Mary and her son Jesus Christ are accompanied by his cousin John the Baptist. In both its devotional motif and its visual method, this work exemplifies the elegant gracefulness of Raphael's art. Along with Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo Buonarroti, Raphael is one of the most famous artists of the Italian Renaissance. Raphael was the youngest of this Renaissance trinity, and his art, compared to that of Leonardo and Michelangelo, is more harmonious and poetic. Raphael makes perfection appear natural. Raphael was born in the central Italian town of Urbino in 1483. His father was court painter to the Duke of Urbino. Raphael refined his early aesthetic in the workshop of Pietro Perugino. This painting by Raphael, depicting the betrothal of the Virgin Mary to Joseph, is very similar to a painting of the same subject by Perugino. While a careful comparison of these works reveals subtle ways in which Raphael completed Perugino's model, Perugino's method of stately balance shaped Raphael's art for his whole career. Between 1504 and 1508, Raphael was in Florence. There he encountered the work of Leonardo and Michelangelo. This painting's pyramidal composition evidences Raphael's modification of Leonardo's innovations in the arrangement of figures in narrative space. But the design of Raphael's image and the positions of his figures are more completely unified. And Christ's twisting pose reveals how Raphael had studied the proportions of Michelangelo's robust figures. Christ's nudity both visualizes the incarnation, proof that God became completely human, and is a reference to the heroic nudes of classical antiquity. From 1508 until his death in 1520, Raphael worked in Rome. Raphael had been summoned by Pope Julius II, who we see depicted here by Raphael. Julius II had the ambition to enhance the spiritual authority of the papacy by commissioning monumental works of art. This included Michelangelo's painting of the Sistine Chapel ceiling. From Raphael, Julius II commissioned a series of frescoes that explored how the Roman Church was the heir of classical antiquity. In 1513, Pope Julius II was succeeded by Leo X, who also had his portrait painted by Raphael. Leo X commissioned Raphael to create designs for a series of tapestries depicting scenes from the lives of Saints Peter and Paul. Here we see Paul preaching in Athens. While art historians have often focused on works that have motifs inspired by classical antiquity, the subject that most often preoccupied Raphael's imagination was the Madonna and Christ. In this devotional image, Christ is taking a tentative step. He exchanges a reciprocal glance with his mother who supports him. This moment of spiritual harmony is witnessed by the infant John the Baptist, who kneels in adoration. Through the visual unity and natural perfection of his image, Raphael renews the spirit of his presumed Christian viewer with the promise of the transforming power of faith. This might be Raphael's most successful treatment of his most frequently depicted motif. It evidences his method of visualizing the tender affection between Christ and his mother as they draw the viewer's imagination into a perfect state of grace